Hey crafty family, good morning. I am outside, yes. This is my house. This is my house that's like driving me crazy. I'm trying to get rid of it. As you can see, that's the new deck. All that part there, most of that part, most of the railings there, and then the deck itself there, and then that's all new railing, and then there's going to be new tops of the railings up there, and then the stairs are in the process of being fixed. But other than that, this house is a pain in the ass because it's just, the property is just really, really rocky and kind of, aside from the rocks on the sidewalk, it's just very slopey, and there's like a natural spring that kind of runs under our property, goes across our driveway. That's why the driveway is always wet. Goes into the stream over there. Beautiful. I mean, no doubt, it's gorgeous over here. That's the one thing I will miss, is that it's like, it's just gorgeous over here. Absolutely stunningly gorgeous with the trees and everything. But I just don't like this property for the fact that it's not ideal for me. And the house is too much for me to handle. So anyway, today's project is kind of an outdoor DIY project. See, I had this in the beds over here. You can see that there are bushes, kind of. There's not a very good outline of them. There was a bunch of rocks, which, as you see, are on my sidewalk. And instead of just pulling them up and sticking them back in, you know, better, I'm going to paint some of them white. And I had just some paint in my garage. It's interior, exterior paint. You can use indoor paint as long as you know, realize that they're probably going to wear over, you know, a period of a year or two. But if you varnish them with a varnish that is not water-based, like an oil-based varnish or polyurethane varnish, then they'll last a long time. But you can paint them white. You can paint them whatever color you want. You could do a rainbow colors, whatever you want. And you can write things on them like love, and make a cute little, you know, word garden of rocks. So that's what we're doing. And right now I've started. I got this paint out of the garage, mixed it up, and I'm just slapping paint. Not on all the rocks. I'm gonna do probably like every other one. I thought it would look cute if it was like every other rock was painted white. I don't know, that's just my idea. And I'm not painting the bottom. I'm just gonna do like the top and down the sides a little bit. I'm probably only gonna put one coat on each of them, because this is supposed to be like just to kind of, you know, this is a thick paint, so one coat will be fine on them anyway, if I can get it to stand up, because the sidewalk goes down a hill, which doesn't help my plight here. But sorry if I'm out of camera frame. I'm not going to show you, obviously, me painting all of them, but I'll show you what it looks like when they're all done. And I'll check in periodically. They'll probably take all day to dry, and there'll probably be a couple of ants that climb onto them and get stuck permanently. But yeah, see, there's a white one all done. And so what I'll do is I'm going to do every other one and then stick them back over there, and I think they'll look prettier that way. So other than that, up by the road, Chris had put some mulch up here, and some of my bulbs are coming up that I planted last week or the week before. I can see them. I'll show you real quick. They're gladiolas. Oh, gladiolas and calla lilies. But you can see them right. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. They're all coming up. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, and that's down my street. And that's down the other way. Luckily, we don't have a house next to us over there. We own a lot of that property there, and a lot of that property that goes way in the back of the house. The only neighbors we have are right here, and they're really nice. Every other neighbor in this area, they suck. I don't talk to them. I don't really even talk to the ones that are right next to me in that house. every now and again. But she's very nice. When I had cancer and surgery and everything, she was helping watch the dog, so she's actually really nice. But the other neighbors in this neighborhood can suck it, as far as I'm concerned. Not very nice people. But whatever. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So I will check back in later and keep you updated on what's going on. Oh wait, do you like this wonky bed? It used to be like a round bed. I don't know what that black plastic thing is. It's been here since we lived here, and I never cleaned it out, but I'm going to, because I'm going to put some flowers in there, and I'm going to take that black, whatever that is, plastic crap out of there. I planted this tree when I first moved here. I planted it. Well, it's not that I planted it. I didn't pick it out. It was, I saw it growing. I saw the little seedling, you know, it was like one of those, you know, whatever this is, a maple tree or whatever. I saw the little seedling come up, and at the time my husband was like, oh, you know, pull that out. I said, no, 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 leave it, leave it. And so this is how big this tree has gotten in 10 years. So, cool. Anyway, I'll be back in a little while. See you later. Alrighty. So it's later in the evening, and all of my rocks, I put them on this brown paper going all the way up my sidewalk. I did a slappy coat of paint on them, and they're dry, and you can be as sloppy as you want. It literally took me a half hour to do every one of these. I did it so fast. I just sloppily put it on, because that's all, it's rocks. It's not like, you know, one coat. It's a good, I guess I was using a pretty good paint. Just one coat, and that's all I need. I only did half, so I've got like some over there, and some here, and some here that I didn't do, so I can stagger them. One white, one natural, one white, and one natural all the way down, to kind of spruce up and make that look like a bed of some sort. And I gotta get rid of that big old weed right there. And there's some other weeds in there, but there's also my bulbs coming up too. I can see them. So yeah, and then the deck is getting painted, by the way. It is gonna look beautiful. It's gonna be painted. The house is gonna be power washed. The brick is gonna be power washed. Everything. That dead tree over there that fell a while ago, we just got the poison ivy killed on that, so it can be removed. That's my weeping willow tree that I love so much. That was one of the reasons I love this house so much, was that stupid tree. And the electric company a couple years ago came and like butchered it, because they were trying to get it away from the power lines, and they literally butchered it. And they're like, oh, it'll be fine, and it ended up dying. And yeah, I had words with them, and it was a nightmare, but my poor tree died, and I was so pissed off about that. But what can you do, right? So yeah, we're working on the yard and getting it straightened up. I'm just not an outdoorsy person. So I don't like doing yard work, and I'm not into like all the gardening and all that. That's not my thing. So, but this is a very easy DIY. If you have a lot of rocks in your yard, even if you know, have them scattered around, start collecting them, and you can paint them. And you don't have to paint them white. You can paint them any color you want to suit your needs. Of course, I did white because white suited my needs. So I just thought that would be pretty. So anyway, I will show you what they look like once I have them in the yard where they're supposed to be. But for now, they're going to stay here. And probably until the weekend. I'm just gonna take them off the paper and move them onto the grass so they're not on the sidewalk. And then this weekend I'll worry about putting them out, because now it's Tuesday and I gotta work the rest of the week, so I'm not gonna have time to do it. But I am gonna remove them off the paper and put them onto the yard for the time being. So that's it for now. I'll be back. Okay, so I have the dog on a leash, so if my arm jerks, it's because he keeps pulling. But here are the rocks, as you can see, lined up. I did one natural, one white, one natural, one white, all the way down. And it's a great way to spruce up a bed that you might have. Don't mind the weeds. I still have to put some weed killer down, which is happening today. And not on my lawn, because I don't have much of a lawn. That is my lawn. Because it's kind of how it is where I live, because it's very, what do you call it? Ugh, dim. Tigger, please stop pulling. Jesus. So that is what you can do with some rocks if you have some in your yard. And then I did this bed, which he's about to jerk my arm again. Tigger, come back here, please. This dog drives me nuts when we go outside. Come here. Stop being a jackass. So you can see, there's Tigger. He's just being a pest. But anyway, so I did that bed. There's one natural, one white going all the way around. And I put some flowers in there, and I got to get more flowers. And then we're going to put the mulch in there and finish that up. That's what was around that bed, that weird plastic thing, which I don't know why it was there. We're going to throw that out. And then up by the street, we put more rocks. So we had enough to do all this because the rocks were all, we spaced them out so that they would, get out of there. We spaced them out so that they would, you know, we can get further with them. But I think it makes it look pretty to have the rocks. So that's it. So it's something you should give a try to if you have rocks in your yard that you can use. A great way to line your beds and kind of spruce things up. So I hope you have a great rest of your week. Make sure you do what you love and love what you do. Bye!